What is up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist, and once again, I'm back to talk to you guys about Warhammer 40K. Now in this video, we're going to be talking about the top 3 biggest flops that Games Workshop has done in recent years, because something happened that reminded me, wow, this is crazy to even think about. I'll get to that as my number 2. But starting with this list, I'm going to talk about the inception, the execution, and overall the state of the Warhammer app. The app had so much potential. It had so much leading up to it. Its predecessors have done a great job at showcasing what an app made for the game of Warhammer 40K could do, but when GW released the app, it was abysmal. You had to do a freaking subscription of about $5, give or take $1 or $2, with nothing really beneficial to that subscription when it first came out. So basically, you were just paying GW $5 a month to say, hey look, I got the app. Hey look, I can look up the rules for 9th edition. But of course, you would know that the rules can be found for free, at least the core ones. Or, if you manage to get your hands on the Indominus box sets, which is a whole nother debacle, you had the rulebook then there for 9th edition. But of course, you couldn't do the one thing that I'm pretty sure everybody wants to do with the app, and that is create your armies. So let's talk about the elephant in the room right now. Battlescribe. Battlescribe is amazing. It does exactly what you want it to do, and it's pretty much free. Yeah, you could unlock some things behind like a $2 yearly subscription paywall, but for the most part, that's not a necessary thing. So you're getting an army builder for free, essentially. And I think that GW knew that, so that's why they were trying to make their own app, their own army builder, their own easy location to store all the rules, all the lore for your armies. Well, not so much lore, because the only way to get your armies created is to purchase the physical copies of the codex. In that codex, you're going to have a code that you can put into your app that'll unlock the rules for 9th edition for that army. So, if you want to have the entire collection of all the rules in 9th edition for every army, you literally have to buy every codice, download that code, and there you have it. When, if you download Battlescribe, everything is right there at your fingertips. No need to wait till the codices are purchased. They're right there. So it's like, why is this so hard for GW to understand? Like, the app is not good, especially since there's a $5 subscription fee to it. It's like, yes, I understand it's official. Yes, I understand it's better than lugging around 3-4 books, maybe even just to play your army. Because look at the Chaos Space Marines, for example. You have to buy their codex. Then you have to buy the second version of the codex that has more new units in it. Now, if you want to play with Forge World models, that's another book. There's also a supplement for Vigilus. That would be another book to purchase. So right now, you're lugging around 4 books if you want to play the entirety of models and rules that's available for the Chaos Space Marines. Not to mention, if you're also allying with demons, with the Death Guard, with the Thousand Sons, and that's more books to think about. So yeah, it is a hassle to do that. So they decided to do the app. But the app is just falling short. Like I said, it was a good idea, but the execution is bad, and it just makes them seem like they're money-hungry, greedy GW. Which, they're a company, I get it. They need money, don't we all? But at the same time, it's like, come on. Like, this is a huge flop. Moving on to number 2, kind of alluded to it in the previous one, and that is the Indominus box set. So the reason why I made this video is because 2 days ago, Gershwin finally received the Indominus box set that he pre-ordered so many months ago. And that's just crazy to think about. Like, there's been people who have already gotten the box, already assembled everything, already painted everything, and it's like, why was it so hard to just make enough of these box sets for everyone? It's like, this is going to be many people's introduction to 9th edition. Every single model in this box set, be it Necron or Primaris Marine, is brand new, both in terms of sculpt and for the most part rules. Obviously, like the Warriors, the Necron Warriors, they stay the same, just a new sculpt. But you know what I mean. So there was so much hype for this box set. You guys made a cinematic trailer with the models within this box set. The Warhammer community page just hyped the hell out of it, and everybody was excited. A new edition, new models, new lore coming out, because the Silent King was also coming out. And it's just, how crazy everybody gets for Space Marines, especially new Primaris. So you knew this box set was going to do well, but they don't make enough. Why? And it's not just that, but it's like, you go to the GW store and they have limited quantities available, both for pre-order and actually physical ones. However, we went to our local gaming hobby store and they had 4 of these in stock, just sitting there, when you couldn't find them at any GW store. So we did the logical choice and purchased them there. And what did we have to do? Wait about 3 months for GW to ship out the Indominus box set that we purchased from GW so long ago. That's time wasted. That's hype that went down the drain, because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people who didn't get their hands on it. So it's like, they have to wait so many months, and it's like, dude, a lot of places are shut down. There's a pandemic, so it's like, yeah, they got time to build and paint, but it's like, what are they gonna do now? They can't even play. So that was the main reason why I decided to make these flop videos, or this flop video, because again, they dropped the ball with the app majorly, and then they dropped the ball with the production and the shipping of Indominus, the most highly sought after box set that I can remember from GW. So hopefully this is a means of like looking into it and be like, yeah, we could have done better, so let's try and do better the next time. But anyway, this brings us to our number 1 flop. So I'm pretty sure for many of you, this doesn't seem like a big deal, but for me, I think it's something that's like, come on, just let the players have it. And that is the policy that GW holds at their stores, that in order to play Warhammer 40K at a GW store, you have to be using GW models. Okay, I get it, it makes sense. However, sometimes they're very nitpicky. Conversions may not be allowed, third party may not be allowed, but when you look at it, not every single model for Games Workshop is available. Some of them are made so long ago that they're still metal. Others, you may not have the right like sizes and stuff like that and bases, I get it. But when it comes to playing at a GW store, I think bringing in people is more important than just having people use your minis. So I'm pretty sure by now most of you guys know that I play Chaos Space Marines, and I'm making it my own warband, essentially, based off of the Lost Legions, the 11th Legion. So I wanted to make it my own, and so I've been customizing and converting it with different parts and pieces. And if I wanted to play this army at my local GW, I can't. And that's because of a few things. One is that I'm making it a Demon Engine army, but I'm still adding like ghostly things to it. So I'm using Night Haunt sculpts, but at the same time, I feel that the Demon Prince from GW isn't as intimidating looking as a regular Demon Prince from like other third-party companies. So my Demon Prince is a sculpt by Creature Caster. It's big, it's intimidating, it's what I wanted a Demon Prince to be like. So it's a model that I'm pretty sure people will be like, yo, where'd you get it? Oh, what's that? And I think GW is like trying to stay away from that, because if people bring in their converted armies and they see how cool and different they are, then I think GW is like, oh, that's gonna drive business away from GW. But it's like, no. At the end of it all, it's like that's just a single model. There's still, I've got like Mauler Fiends, I've got Lord Discordance, so it's like my entire army isn't non-GW, just a few pieces here and there, but I think that should be okay. I guess it also depends on the manager of the store, if they allow it. How much are they enforcing the rules? Is it like very strict, or are they kind of flexible? But at this end of the day, like, you're a business. Bringing people into your store would get them looking around, get them interested, maybe doing the whole thing that they did recently with the offering a free model or a free paint set or a paint pot when you walk in could, bring more people into the hobby. Having a model to build and paint is an introduction to 40K, and I think they should have done that way sooner than just recently, especially since, like in the UK, they're in a lockdown. They can't go to a local GW, so they can't, get the free model, the free paint pot, etc. So that's kind of a weird time to implement this strategy. But at the end of the day, I don't know. Is this like to me? This is my number one. Like, it's just a little pet peeve that's always kind of irked me, and I think that's one of the reasons why we don't play at a local GW as much in the past, at least. Because obviously, Nurgle's COVID has taken grasp of the world. But I don't know. Tell me your thoughts below. Do you agree that this should be changed? Do you see a reason as to why it should be strictly all GW? Because I see it. It makes sense. But at the same time, like, you showcase artists on like the Warhammer community page with like their converted models. Some of them even do green stuff or have just an awesome conversion that they talk about, and it's like, well, yeah, like you could do it there, but why not on your actual stores? But anyway, I think those were my top 3 flops that GW has done in recent memory. If you guys can think of any other flops, let me know down in the comments below. But don't worry, not everything is going to be negative. Give me a few days and I'll come up with the top 3 things GW has done right. So be sure to stay subscribed for that. Like this video if you agree with any of my points, and I can't wait to see your responses down in the comments below. So as always, guys, I have been the Sound Alchemist, part of One Mind Syndicate, and I will be catching you guys in the next video. Peace.